on that ball. And from that moment, the whole match turned. We saw this disaster of a shot from Ronnie later on. After he recovers himself, he works out a safety shot, laughing there. Jimmy thinks, I've got a chance. But how well did Jimmy White play after that? What great play under pressure. If you ever doubted that Jimmy White had any bottle, you just got to say what that was all about there. What a marvellous, marvellous match, and congratulations to Jimmy White. Look at this shot here.
What's he trying to do, Steve?
He's trying to play thin off the ball, but I think he didn't expect to push through the red so much. It was effectively a bit of a push shot as well. I think he was trying to play just before the middle pocket, presented Jimmy with a chance he never thought he'd have, and all of a sudden Jimmy was back in the balls. Even though he didn't win it in that one visit, he got back in the game, presented with a chance after a safety shot, and how well did he clear the colours?
The way Ronnie plays, you were saying all afternoon, what Jimmy has to do is just make sure that he keeps himself straight, keeps himself together, as John Verga was saying, and keeps coming back at him. And that was it, perhaps, his composure throughout the afternoon. Do you think that was the difference?
Yes, and there's other things at stake as well. You know, there's expectation levels. Ronnie O'Sullivan expects to win that match. He's now the champion, he's the world champion. He was talking as if he expected to win it. It puts a bit more pressure on yourself. Obviously, Jimmy White, the underdog. Not usually the case, even though he's got the crowd with him. A lovely situation to be in, but he's still got to do it. It was OK getting back into the match, but to win the last frame was the one. We all know that sometimes you can get back on an even keel, but to win the last one, sometimes it's just beyond you. But Jimmy White showed it wasn't.
Steve, how do you deal with self-doubt throughout the afternoon when you're there and you're playing someone like Ronnie O'Sullivan and he gets to 5 and you're still stuck back on the 2?
Well, I don't think Jimmy White's ever doubted himself, so that's and I think the situation is that you know, when he got to that stage, he sort of went for it rather than sort of bottle it. But anyway, it was a great match regardless.
Ronnie, thanks for coming in to talk to us so quickly. First of all,
Ron.
Cheers. Commiserations, but congratulations for the entertainment for everyone, sort of around the country. Fantastic. What are your thoughts on the game, first of all?
There's no consolation at all in it for me. I got beat. It's as simple as that.
How did you feel you played throughout the afternoon?
I let other people decide that. I was just out there trying my best, and that's all I could do.
It seemed to be going for you, and then when you got the advantage over Jimmy, did any sort of confidence diminish from you when you were there, or is it full marks to Jimmy really for sticking with you?
Yeah, it was just one of them games, and Jimmy played more balls than me at the end.
Do you think sometimes when you're playing under those sort of situations and the crowd are always up and down, that it just gets to everybody, and everybody gets at it, and the standard drops a bit?
Yeah, I just suppose it was a big atmosphere, big match.
Congratulations, Cheers.
They was enjoying it.
Thanks. Well played.
Jimmy, congratulations. Fantastic entertainment. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, I think Ronnie was right. It was a war. You know, we just never both got going, never got scoring at all. I was waiting for any minute it was going to click for me, and I thought, like, you know, Ronnie normally destroys you when you give him a few chances, and he never done it today, and sort of just dug in there.
Just a lot of self-belief from you, because you just kept sticking there even though it looked like it was going against you.
Well, I'm playing good stuff, you know, and it's get a bit frustrating when you keep making silly errors and that, but I stuck in there, and I won a good game to go 5 each, and I felt all right then.
I was just trying to work it out. When you first won this...
You weren't born, was he?
I think your great friend there was 8 years of age.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Marvellous performance, a great clearance on the colours, even though, you know, they were there to be taken, but you had to get them. And
well, the yellow was one of them shots I could actually bounce off the cushion and left myself plumb because I got dragged the green in with the rest, you know, like, you sort of get a few horror things come through your head, but hopefully I'll play a bit more solid my next match.
Ronnie, it's quite understandable that because you're such a winner, you're so disappointed. But Jimmy clearly has helped you, and you sort of your friendship through the game means now that I'm sure you'll be supporting him from the rest of the tournament.
Oh, obviously, you know, if I'm not in the tournament, I want to see Jimmy go and win it, and best of luck to him now.
Cheers, son.
Steve, when you look at both these, the way they played this afternoon, I mean, it's a great advert for the game, but it just shows there's life in the old dog yet,
yes.
Approaching his 40th birthday.
Yes,
to Steve or me?
Yeah, there is, and I'll tell you what, you know, if you ever thought that snooker wasn't a sport, you see the difference between two lads that have had enough to come into the studio straight after the game, and you see the happiness and the disappointment, you realise how much it hurts. It is beyond doubt a true sport.
Thanks, Ronnie. Jimmy,
cheers.
Congratulations, see you over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Time for us to hand back now to the tennis, but first of all, John Parrott has disappeared to the Wembley ice rink.
What a great weekend on BBC Sport. You can be here at Wembley for the snooker, you can be at the Davis Cup tennis, or you can be at Salt Lake City for the start of the Winter Olympics. So it's your choice, rich and famous at Salt Lake or here at Wembley, where the only thing going downhill is me and Steve Davis.
And Robot Wars battles. Extended tennis coverage means we're running 45 minutes later than planned on BBC Two. So now an update on the Masters with Ray Stubbs.
Good evening. Two of the biggest names in snooker are about to play for a place in the semi-finals of the 2002 Benson & Hedges Masters. World number 1 Mark Williams and 6-time Masters champion Stephen Hendry both want to go through to the last 4. That match is coming up. But pulse rates are just getting back to normal from the events of late this afternoon. World champion Ronnie O'Sullivan was playing Jimmy White in their quarter-final. At one stage, Ronnie led 5-2, but suddenly the match was in a final deciding frame. It was Willie Thorne and John Fergo in the commentary box.
Good pot. He's not bad on the pink. He's just got to hold himself together now. He's looking at the blue, but the pink's the ball. Stunning off the left-hand side of the table, down for the yellow. If he pots the pink, gets on the yellow, I think he'll do it. Great chance now. We want to be too straight on this yellow. 7. This needs an angle just to drop behind the green, make it easier. And Ronnie, well, he'll be disappointed. 5-2 in front. Jimmy White looked out of it, but every credit as he battled, and so has he.
I think he's absolutely dead straight. So there could still be some drama here. 9. A slow roll with the rest. Green and brown only. He's done it. I'm sure he's done it now.
No heroics needed on the brown, just make certain of the brown. In it goes for one of his most famous victories. It's over now, 5-2 behind, back against the wall. And then produced his best snooker of the match. He's missed the pink, but Ronnie concedes. It's Jimmy White who wins by 6 frames to 5 and goes forward to the semi-finals.
It was colossal. It was just colossal. It was excellent. We was in the toilet together, and we haven't really spoke before this match, and Ronnie would come in the toilet. So we all had to laugh. It was like breaking the ice. We was all going to the toilet, and Ronnie would come in, and he went, "Oh, this must be the vibe," and we all started laughing. So that was quite good. That was at 2 each, 2-1, I think. So that was broke the ice a bit. I'm going to fly now. I'm going to have to, well, I'm going to just try as hard as I possibly can. All right?
Jimmy had the vibe all right. What has it particularly impressed you about the way he played today, John?
I think composure was very good. His strength of character was fantastic. 5-2 down and you're going nowhere, and just to come back from that against anybody, but against Ronnie O'Sullivan, was a fantastic performance. He could be very proud of himself.
Right, let's take a look at the state of play as the Masters starts to move towards its conclusion. In the semi-finals, defending champion Paul Hunter, having beaten Peter Ebdon, will play Alan McManus, and then Jimmy White awaits confirmation of whether it's going to be Mark Williams or Stephen Hendry.